17 easy ways to make $1,000 fast legally. Here's how we make money. How to make $1,000 fast. You just realized rent is due Monday, but not before you made your student loan and car payments. Now you're down to your last few dollars and the next paycheck doesn't come for another week. The logical side of your brain is kicking you for not opening that savings account it told you to start months ago. Well, tell it you're not the only one. A recent GetBankInBreaks survey found that over half of Americans have less than $1,000 in savings. Things come up, emergencies happen. But what do you do when they happen to you? If you're in a bind for cash, or if you want to build up a savings fund quickly so you don't find yourself in one in the future, here are 14 easy ways you can make $1,000 fast, like in a week or less, without a job, and without breaking the law. 14 legal ideas to make $1,000 fast online and offline, starting today. 1. Get paid to do market research. You've probably seen ads for paid market research studies while scrolling through Facebook or shopping online and thought, scam. But it's totally not. There's a huge market for consumer data that companies can use to improve the products and increase sales. And guess where that data comes from? That's right, you. These companies want to know what you think about the products and services you use every day, and they're willing to pay you for it. Some companies will pay you just for signing up. Here are a few of our reader favorites. 1. Survey Junkie. 2. Swagbucks, free $5 sign-up bonus. 3. Glendale Research, free $1 sign-up bonus. 2. Drive with Uber and Uber Eats. Take it from an Uber driver herself, driving with Uber is a sweet side hustle. As a driver, you get to meet and have conversations with tons of interesting people, and you get paid weekly. I started driving with Uber in late 2016 and easily added an extra $200 to $400 to my monthly income with just a few hours a weekend. Your individual earnings may vary, and are affected by many factors including location, demand, time of day, etc. In 2017, Uber rolled out several new features that allow drivers to earn even more money. Riders can now tip directly in the app and are charged a cancellation fee for bailing on their rides. And on top of that, Uber Eats has grown to include even more cities. To make the most with this side hustle, try to drive during surge times in your area. For me, that means weekend nights and during Virginia Tech home football games. 3. Rent your car when you're not using it. While I like driving for Uber, I can't do it all the time. When I'm at work, spending time with my family, and sleeping, my car is just sitting in the driveway being useless. So I thought, why not put it to work? That's how I discovered Getaround, the car-sharing app that lets you rent your vehicle to others when you're not using it. Just like with Uber, the company covers drivers with a premium insurance policy. They also handle the logistics of renting out your car so you don't have to deal with scheduling and handing over keys. How fast you can make $1,000 with Getaround depends on the market rental rate for your car and how many hours you can rent it per week. Getaround estimates that most cars in the United States sit idle for an average of 22 hours per day. If you can rent your car for just 25 hours a week at $5 an hour, that's an extra $500 a month, not including any fees or expenses. 4. Cash in on freebies. You may be down to your last few dollars, but you still have to buy groceries for the week, right? Make those dollars count. Use Ibotta and any other cash-back apps you can find to get money back on the essential, everyday purchases. Other freebie opportunities to jump on. 1. Dosh. This is a cash-back app that will give you $5 for each card that you link. 2. Ebates, another big cash-back site, app. They'll give you $10 after you spend $25. 3. Inbox Dollars, a market research site that gives users a $5 sign-up bonus. You won't make $1,000 fast with this one alone, but, again, when you're broke, every cent matters. 5. Get a pay raise. Most of us feel like we are overdue for a pay raise, am I right? If it's been a while since you've had a bump in pay, and you feel like you deserve one, it might be time to finally have that sit-down talk with your boss. If you work full-time and get a raise of just $1 per hour, that will increase your yearly income by $2,000. A 10-minute conversation that leads to a 50-cent raise is probably one of the fastest ways to make $1,000 on this entire list. 6. Host guests with Airbnb. If you have a room to spare in your home, then Airbnb could be the perfect side hustle for you. It doesn't require a ton of work or planning to get started as an Airbnb host. Just create an account, set up your listing, and start booking stays. Your earning potential depends on where you live and how nice of a space you have to offer. The nicer your digs, the more you can make. You can also charge more for holidays and big events in your area, like football games, festivals, and concerts. If you live in a busy area, you can easily make $1,000 in less than a week doing this. If you're thinking, man, I wish I could host with Airbnb, but I don't have space. Never fear, my friend. You're not out of luck yet. Airbnb now offers the opportunity to host experiences. An Airbnb experience is basically any unique and memorable activity you can offer visitors to your area. It could be a backstage tour at an aquarium, a walk with wolves, or a guided hike on a local trail. 7. Drive for Lyft. As long as you have a reliable car, your license and a keen sense of direction, consider driving for Lyft. It's a service similar to Uber where people can schedule local car rides with you. The more spare time you have to log onto the platform and accept local driving gigs, the more money you can earn. If you live in a busy city or popular town, there should be no shortage of paid driving opportunities. Lyft typically offers a sign-up bonus based on the number of people you drive in your first month with the company. Check out the current bonus and sign up to Drive for Lyft today. You can quickly earn an extra $1,000 driving for Lyft. 8. Sell your stuff. Another way to earn money when you desperately need it is to sell some of the stuff you no longer need, like that guitar your parents bought you in 10th grade that you never learned to play. If you live on a busy road, this one is easy. Just set up shop in front of your home on a Saturday morning and wait for the yard salers to stroll in. For more remote locations, all it takes is a few flyers and a free advertisement in your local newspaper to get the word out. Or, if yard sales aren't really your cup of tea, expand your market with the help of the internet. Declutter will gladly take your old books, technology, and Britney Spears CDs. And if they don't take your Britney CDs, I will. For everything else, there's always a willing buyer on Craigslist, Amazon, or eBay. 9. Get paid to tutor. Are you a math whiz? Does nothing give you more pleasure than correcting your friend's grammar on Facebook? Put those book smarts to good use. Tutoring platforms like Chegg are always looking for qualified applicants for subjects like English, calculus, biology, zoology, and everything in between. Chegg tutors make $20 per hour and get paid every Thursday. But the best part is the ability to set your own hours, so you don't have to rearrange your schedule. You can teach whenever and wherever works for you. 10. Write blog posts. Bloggers can make a lot of money, but it takes time to build up a site and audience from scratch. If you want to take a shortcut, consider freelance writing for others. You don't need a degree in English to make a living writing, or any degree at all for that matter. Take Gina Hawkey over at Hawkey Handbook, for example. Gina started freelance writing alongside her full-time job and within 6 months was able to leave her 9-to-5 to maintain her own business. And she did it all with a baby and toddler in tow. For more tips and information, check out Gina's guide on how to become a paid freelance writer. 11. Make $1,000 plus per month as a virtual assistant. Virtual assistants provide administrative and technical support to businesses. You can decide which tasks you want to offer based on your experience and preferences. A few common virtual assistant tasks include 1. Email management. 2. Social media management. 3. Research. 4. Writing. 5. Graphic design. The list goes on and on. For more inspiration, here are 150 plus tasks you can offer as a virtual assistant. The services you offer and how you package them are entirely up to you. Many small business owners prefer hiring virtual part-time help as opposed to full-time salaried employees, mainly because it's more cost-effective. But just because it's cheaper for the business owner doesn't mean you can't make serious income as a virtual assistant. 12. Offer freelance services. Many companies are turning to freelancers for tasks that aren't worth it to do in-house. These tasks can range from bookkeeping and managing email to writing blog posts or building websites. Whatever your skill set, someone out there will pay you for it. The way these websites make money is usually by taking a percentage of your earnings, so be sure not to sell yourself short, or else you could end up working for pennies. With the right skills and some diligence, you can make $1,000 fast, in a week or less, really, from freelancing alone. Here's where to get started. 1. Upwork. 2. Freelancer. 3. People per hour. 13. Get paid to play with puppies. This gig isn't just for students. Professional pet sitters can make upwards of $48,000 a year. That might even be enough to make you reconsider your day job. Pet sitting is yet another gig that pays instant cash. If you love animals, it's a no-brainer. Rover makes it easy to find clients and build up your new or existing pet sitting business. You can choose whether you offer in-home stays, doggy daycare, or just daily drop-ins. A brief application is the only thing standing between you and a whole lot of puppy love. Oh, and money. 14. Let Trim create room in your budget. I recently came across the Trim app and I have to say, this is one of the neatest tools I've found for saving money. It's a simple app that acts as your own personal financial manager. After you link your bank to the app, Trim will sift through your spending habits, find subscriptions you should probably cancel, negotiates your cable bill, finds you better car insurance, and more. And of course, the app is free. While it's not directly making you money, my bet is that Trim will help you save at least $1,000 over the next year. 15. Become a bartender or server. I have a friend, totally not me, turns to serving, bartending every time a career dream of hers falls through. For people with previous experience, server jobs are usually pretty easy to land, and you get to bring home a stack of cash at the end of every shift. Bartenders and servers at decent restaurants can make a few $100s in tips alone on a good night. Of course, your earning potential also depends on where and when you work. Nights and weekend shifts bring in the most. It also helps if you're friendly and cute. 16. Perform on the streets. If you've got a fun talent to share and aren't afraid of public performances, take it to the streets for some quick dough. Sing, mime, dance, play music, tell jokes, paint your entire body silver and super duper still for a long time. People love to be entertained. Whatever you can do to draw attention and impress a crowd can help you score some quick cash. 17. Offer to help friends and family. I'm stubborn and extremely self-reliant, so I understand your hesitation on this one. Turning to friends and family for money when you're supposed to be a responsible adult isn't easy. It's a very humbling experience. But that's what a support system is for, to support you when you need it. I'm not telling you to beg for money. Just ask around and see if anyone in your circle could use your assistance. Know an entrepreneur, ask if they need help with the business. Friends with kids, offer to babysit, clean house, mow lawns, chop wood, shovel driveways. Chances are someone you know could use help with something. Making $1,000 fast is not as hard as it sounds. And there are a million ways to make it. This list covers some of our favorite ways to make money fast, all of which can help you make $1,000 in a week. Combine a few of these and you'll be rolling in the dough in no time. How to avoid this situation in the future. Scurrying to pull together rent at the last minute is stressful. To keep it from happening again, try these ideas on for size. Open a separate savings account. You know you need to, you've just never done it. Or maybe you have a savings account, but you don't use it because the savings rate is like 0.1%. Lame. We've found some online banks that are paying out some extremely generous interest rates. Have a budget, and stick to it. I know. Budgeting isn't the most exciting thing in the world, but it can make your life so much less stressful if you have a solid plan in place. Check out our guide on how to make a budget if you need help getting started. Automate your monthly savings. Making that transfer from checking to savings can be painful, which is why I imagine most people don't do it. Save for future me or treat present me to dinner and drinks. Automating your savings takes the control out of your hands and ensures your savings goals are met every time. What methods have you used to make $1,000 in under a week? Share in the comments below.